So what is hyperbolic tapering? So the way that most doctors taper antidepressants at the moment can be called linear tapering. It often involves reducing the dose by an even amount of dose every couple of weeks. So for example, going from 20 milligrams to 15 milligrams to 10 to 5 to 0. It sounds intuitively very appealing and very simple. It's easy to do with splitting tablets or giving medication every second day. One of the major issues with it, though, is that every reduction causes a larger and larger effect on the brain, which can be experienced as increasingly severe withdrawal symptoms. And because of the relationship between dose of a drug and its effect on its target receptors, which is a hyperbola, which is that very small doses have larger effects than people would imagine, and that effect flattens out at higher doses. It makes sense to reverse out a drug in the same way, which means it's easier to reduce the drug at higher doses and much harder at lower doses. And this leads to, because that shape is a hyperbola, it leads to this idea of hyperbolic tapering, which essentially means making larger reductions at higher doses, which get smaller and smaller as the dose gets lower. And this can be simplified by talking about reducing by a proportion of people's dose every month. For example, 10% of their dose, so that when you're at 100 milligrams, you can reduce by 10 milligrams every month. And when you get down to 10 milligrams, you go down by a milligram per month.